been a long time since we've had a news update, and there's so many things going on, and we can't be together right now. But I just wanted to get us together and have an update and share everybody with all the things that are going on. There are so many activities and announcements that we have that we can't even put this on our social media or in our email. So let's step into this.
Yeah, it's been busy. Busy but good. Yeah.
So there's a couple of things that are going on that I want people to know of. There's events coming up. First of all, and the most important one is we have a new coaching program, and this new coaching program is worldwide, but it's backed by something that I really want to double down on. When we started building Human Garage, we had all of these issues with technology when we started becoming successful and working and helping with people. We had technology issues constantly, night and day, and Jason, you architected all these platforms that work together, and they worked for a while until like somebody changed something or a platform decided to change something. And we've never owned our own technology. And most people in the space don't. They just get on an app and they take Circle, or they take Mighty Networks, and they take all these platforms put together. But we actually have something. And since Jason, you've been the primary architect of this, I want people to have a grasp of what's coming with this new coaching program and this also the business accelerator.
Yeah, over the past, I would say 4 months, we've been really focused on putting together a platform to connect our coaches to our community. Because the primary thing that's happening right now is people will message us, "Hey, do you have a coach in my area? Do you have somebody I can work with?" And right now, because we're focused on sharing the message externally, like live events and podcasts and media and creating content, we're not in a position to take these sessions. So the goal is to find a way to connect our community members to our coaches. And we have a vast network of people all around the world. But up until this point, it's been very difficult to connect them. So when somebody from our community is going through a program or maybe just getting started for the first time, and they want to experience the work one-on-one with a coach or in a group class, they will be able to use our new platform to do that. So we're creating a coaching app that has two interfaces, one for the community and then one for the coaches. And when a community member wants to work with a coach, they can just go to the coaches section and it will route them to a coach. It will make the connection and they'll be able to start working with them there. As a coach, you can actually guide them through the programs and you can go live with them inside of our app. You can also see how many sessions you have scheduled and manage your appointments. So if you were a coach and you were looking for a system to manage your business, but you're also looking for a way to connect with like-minded people in our community, this is the platform that we're building. And, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be launching this live to the cohort that's coming up. And people will be able to experience it if they join our Business Accelerator program. So super excited for this. It's the first time we've ever done it. It's the first time we've ever brought it in for ourselves. We've been trying to use other apps and other systems to put together a customized solution, and we reached the point where it was time to make a change.
So let me ask you a couple questions about this so that the audience can see the magnitude of this, because we're going to actually have a video on this that they can see. But in this platform, number one is coaches will be able to take payment. That's a big issue, right? So they'll be able to take payment, at least in America to start with, and then as we go into other countries. And that payment will be reconciled so that a client coming in will be able to actually make a payment on the app. The coach will actually be able to see it, reconcile it, and receive it in their account, correct?
Yeah. It's like Uber. You go to the Uber app, you go to look for somebody. The client has an interface that they work with, and then the coach has an interface that they work with, and we're connecting them. And the idea is to take away all the logistics for the coach so they don't have to try and figure out how to make all that work.
And how do coaches or how do clients know how to get to coaches? What's going to be different in our network?
So what we're building is a credit system. So if you work with a coach, or let's say you get in an Uber, right? And you're really rude to that driver. Well, that driver can rank you as a client. And the other way around, if I'm a client working with a coach, I can actually say, I want to give this person 5 stars. You know, they were excellent, very clear in their instructions. They followed up with me and they could leave all their feedback. So over time, there's going to be a leaderboard and reviews that our community members will be able to see. And this will be a way to kind of standardize it as well. You know, if a coach drops below a certain score, you know, maybe we assist them in the areas where they're weak. Instead of kicking them off the platform, we give them extra education so they can improve, give them another opportunity.
Yeah.
That way everybody wins. You know who you're working with, you can give your feedback, they can learn from it. We can also help fill the gaps for them.
Now, in addition to the people being able to find coaches, coaches are all going to be listed on the website. And they're also going to be able to connect with them, but coaches are going to be able to take and do something they've never been able to do before effectively. We've had people do this, but if you're a coach and you want to duplicate your time and you run personal classes, but what about running 100 people or 20 people or 15 people through a 28-day reset? They're going to be able to do that now and tell them what they're going to be able to, how they're going to be able to interact with those people as they're coaching them through these resets.
Yeah, the vision for this is that, you know, you can invite community members in, or you can work with existing community members and you can assign them to a program. So let's say you assign your client to a 28-day, you can see their progress through that and coach them along the way. You know, one of the biggest challenges of doing self-care is discipline. You know, everybody's got a busy life. You know, maybe you've got kids, a 9 to 5, and then you got to cook dinner. And where's the time to take care of you? And so when people go through these self-care programs, especially over a 28-day period, it's not easy to do something like that. I mean, you've built habits and you're busy and you've got so much going on. And one day that you miss could be literally the fall of it. And a lot of people, they run into one situation and then all of a sudden they fall off track and they feel guilty, they stop, and then they don't come back for a little while. But their intention really was to transform and to heal and to feel better. So the idea is if a coach can put them in a program and follow them along the way, you know, if they fall off at some point, that coach can be there to, hey, let's get on a call. Let's do day 18 together. It looks like you've fallen off. You know, having somebody there to kind of guide you through the process makes it so you don't feel alone. But also when you feel like you want to quit, there's somebody there to support you. So
monitor,
connect both models.
So monitor the progress of the people that you're coaching, sending them reminders, following up, making you more intelligent. It's always when you're working with 30, 50, 100 people, there's people that slip your mind, but this app is going to allow them to do this. And what I like to say after looking at everything is all the things that we wish that we would have had to help build a practice and to coach people and to run online programs, we have in one complete app that people can use. And furthermore, when you go through the coaching certification program, right now, Aisha is busy, like crazy, and insanely busy reviewing every single person. So when you get a coach, Aisha, tell me what you're doing to make sure these coaches are certified properly.
Well, it's watching like the video, and the video is an exam. It's like their final exam. But through the coaching program and the 12 weeks, we are giving them exercise and different like homeworks that they have to do. Everything is optional, but like to film themselves in a certain way, to start finding their own words to describe what is fascia, what are fascia maneuvers, you know, like your elevator pitch of 3 minutes, like everything that you're gonna use out in the outside world. And then at the end, when they present their exam, it's kind of like a video that brings all of that together. So I go through them, I give them feedback, like very specifically on each kind of like point on their presentation, on not just how they present, but like the background, you know, like, hey, the shirt, these, that, like all of the details, because we're preparing them to be able to present, like you said, in a 20 people class, but also in a 100 people class, or at a podcast, or at an event, or so we want to make sure that they have all of those skills. So a lot of times is, you know, written feedback, but sometimes some people need a little bit of extra, and that means let's get on a call, let's meet us when we are somewhere in the world so we can make sure that they also get more experience. And we're now doing the immersion at the end of the cohorts that brings them all together.
This is
So
gonna
I
be
think
great.
that's like a game changer, no, for the coaches, because they get to be with us for like 4 to 5 days, intense work and play, but when that they are practicing. So that brings it all together in real life, and like with the touch and the feeling and the sensation and the lifestyle and like the understanding. So I think that's a really fun part that we added on now in these cohorts.
And so this cohort, this next program is actually coming to a close in a couple of weeks here by the time people are watching this. And what I've witnessed through this program too, which is interesting, because I didn't expect this at first, is that we're not just attracting people who are coaches. We are attracting people from all disciplines. Jason and Aisha, what are some of the types of people that are joining the program now that you're seeing?
Well, there's everything, like really everything from like moms, martial arts, practitioners, hypnotists, fitness, like there's a lot, which I enjoy that a lot, especially when I go through either their application or their exams, because you see that come through in their maneuvers. You see the expertise when they explain, when there's like a certain timing, a breath, like they come with like a layer and like a thick background. It's so good, like what they come out. And when they come together in the immersions, they get to exchange that background with each other, not just what we taught them through the programs, but what they already brought themselves. Like we saw that in the past immersion that we had with like the Casa Mayacan coaches. They were all mixing all kind of practices, backgrounds, Chinese medicine, like everything. So I think that brought an extra like oof to the program.
What I've noticed is unusually, I didn't think about this. I've seen dentists, family practitioners, naturopathic doctors, Chinese medicine doctors. I've seen massage therapists, a lot of yoga teachers, and they all come in different areas because then this is the one thing that I want people to hear and know about this program is the reason why we're so good at what we do is because we know how it feels on us. And the way that we know that is we practice and we taught classes. Because at the end, as a practitioner, if I want people to be self-sufficient or at least collaborating in their own care, I need to be able to guide them and coach them in their practice. Even if I'm a medical doctor, if I want people to do it, I can't just say go do it. I have to know what they're going through and how it impacts what I'm doing or saying to them. So I'm super excited about this. And in the coaching program, we've got the business cohort, which we are going to be on the 19th. If you have registered or booked a call with our team, with our integration team or our sales team, if you booked a call, we have on the 19th, we have an event where we're actually going to reveal some of the software and the back end and the processes. But all I can say without saying too much here for the public is this is the coolest platform I've ever seen. It's something I've always wanted, and it answers every problem I had as a coach and a practitioner. So we got some other things coming up. Aisha, you announced we have an immersion event. It's going to be early Marchish. We think
Last February, early March. We will know tomorrow. Tomorrow we actually have a site inspection of a possible place that looks incredible. So we will have the date probably around Monday or Tuesday.
And so anybody who's in the coaching program, first come goes to business accelerators, second to people that are in the coaching program, and then if we have space left, people that are still in the cohort working, where they get a hands-on experience. It's 4 to 5 days, and then in addition to that, we'll be doing a hands-on training for the public, which we haven't announced there as well. So you'll be able to come down to Mexico and do a hands-on training if you want, and work with us and some of the top coaches in the world. So look for those dates coming up. There's a couple of things I want to talk about. One of the most successful things, Jason, you've changed the 28-day reset. You've made it different. I want to set this up because we're doing something for the first time in worldwide communities. Can you give an idea what people who have gone through a reset before, why they might want to do it again?
Yeah, I mean, when we created the first 28-day, it was very much Zoom calls and old podcasts and old content that we had collected over years put together into a program to share with people. This time we brought our film team with us and we traveled all through Greece and a little bit through Amsterdam, filming in really cool sites like a castle, a church in the mountains, on top of a mountain, at a river, in the olive groves. So we found all these really cool places and we filmed classes specifically for the program. So it's 28 days and it's 15 minutes a day. So basically, we're building a habit around the core fascial maneuvers that unwind tension in the body. And then we add like a bonus one or a couple others on top of it throughout the program. So it's the first time that we've actually filmed specifically for this program, and it's in really cool locations. You get multiple angles, so you can kind of see the positions a little bit differently. And it's a lot more achievable for people who are starting for the first time. It's beginner friendly.
And we've pared it down to 15 minutes a day, which means that if you're already advanced, you don't have to do that. But this will allow you, if you want to reset with your family or your friends, and it was too much of a commitment for 30, 40 minutes a day, this is allowing a broader audience to come in. And it also allows coaches to add their own stuff and to coach people through these programs. And the coolest part, you'll be able to do it for the Business Accelerator. You'll be able to do it inside the app. You'll be able to get them in on a call without extra Zooms and stuff like that. So we've got that. Now we are launching on the 22nd for the first time ever. We are launching a combined 28-day reset, worldwide global reset with Agape Spiritual Center, Michael Beckwith, and Human Garage. So we are bringing Michael Beckwith and his quantum physics and his meditations and his knowledge and his love and expertise into these resets. So if you're joining this reset and you're doing there's a pay what you feel right, anything from $1, but if you're paying the upgraded version, we're going to meet with once a week with Michael Beckwith, and he's going to be literally giving us the keys to quantum physics. Now he's been dealing with Bruce Lipton and with Greg Braden, and these are the people he hangs out with daily, and he's going to be sharing all the latest thought processes around spirituality and quantum physics into this reset. So if you haven't done it yet, you can register on our website, or you can go to Agape and you can register there, but you're going to be able to register for that 28-day reset, which is super cool. Now, in addition to that, where are you guys going like over the next little bit? What's happening in your lives?
Well, in the next little bit, we're recording a lot, mainly. Like we're gonna do the hardcore version of the 28 days now. The 28 days in Spanish also will be filmed. And we're working with a lot of people here doing sessions right now. We're doing a mini going wild because we said we were gonna rest for like 10 days. And obviously I arrive and start planning a mini Spanish tour without Jason knowing. So now we're doing like a mini Spanish tour in Merida and San Miguel de Allende and everything while we film in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So mainly that until the next stop in
Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and then on my side, we're leaving here, Los Angeles here next week. Or this week, I guess, by the time people watch this, we're heading to London. We're going to be doing we're going to be doing an event in London. Stay tuned. We're going to announce the details shortly. It's between the 25th and the 27th, but we're going to be doing a public-facing class and an event. And in addition to that, we're moving to the Philippines, where if you're in the Philippines, we're coming, and there's going to be a multiple thousand-person event there, along with a couple other key events around the Philippines. We have an organization we've been working with, the Lighthouse Foundation in the Philippines. We've been working with them for over, I guess, it's almost 3 years now. And finally, we're working with the Department of Health and with corrections, and we're bringing this into the Filipino culture. And this is going to be available to Filipino citizens, our coaching program, and our vision to adjust things like pricing and stuff like that by country is coming to a reality soon, so that we can make this truly accessible all around the world. So stay tuned for that. And then, as you mentioned, we're going to be at the Dubai Sports Conference, 1,500 of the top athletes in the world. And we are wrapping it up, giving them fascial maneuvers at the end, and presenting and moving all of the best athletes in the world with fascial maneuvers. And that's happening between December 28th to the 31st, or to the 1st. And what we're going to be doing is, for those of you that, while we're in Dubai, we are coming in, and big splash, we got a news alert. We're coming into Dubai, and all three of us are coming right now. And we are going to be doing some key events in Dubai. We're meeting with some VIPs. We're going to be doing some public events. And there's also the Peak Longevity Festival that I'm going to be doing in January. I think it's 15th and 16th. We'll put those dates up with Rohini. And this Peak Longevity Festival is what accelerated us into the Middle East and what's accelerating us into India. And these are all things that are coming up. Now, we'll have all this out for people, but I wanted people to get a sense of what we're doing so that they can go and look. Because right now, if you're missing we're so much going on. If you miss our social media, even for like 4 or 5 days, you can actually completely left out. And I don't want anybody to get left out on what's happening. Is there anything that's on your hearts that you want to say to people right now about where we're at or where we're going and the changes that are happening?
No, I think the final thing is really just the podcast. You know, we've been talking.
Bunch of podcasts.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so much happening, right?
Forgot about the podcast.
Yeah, the last few years we've been traveling, and we started filming conversations that we've had with people that we meet along the way. And we launched 11/11. We launched 4 podcasts, one each day after that. And I think we have 1 a week or 2 a week going out after that. And it's really just to share these conversations. Yeah, 2 a week after that. And it's to share the conversations that we're having with really cool people that we meet from around the world. So if you haven't seen the podcast, it's on Human Garage Experience YouTube. You can also follow the Instagram page there, and you'll see updates of when we launch those podcasts, and you can listen along, subscribe to the channel, support us there.
We got some really cool ones coming. We've got Dr. Mark Hyman. We've got Jeremy Piven. We've got Zachary Levi, the actors. We've got world-renowned. We got Peter Crone, and we've got doctors that we've got 63 episodes shot. And this isn't even our behind the reel stuff. So this year, people are going to see a massive change, because we've been behind the scenes shooting this and just shooting social content. But this is really our step into the digital world, into short form, mid form content. We've got little documentary series coming out and all kinds of stuff with this podcast. And I gotta say, it's been I've been bubbling up, because I know all these conversations have been life-changing for me. And I know they have been for you both as well. And they're all coming right now. So go to Human Garage Experience and on our YouTube, and also follow us on Instagram. Okay, I think that's it. There's so much more. Also, if you haven't done it yet, please sign up for our newsletter. We have so many things coming right now. If you're not in our newsletter, you're going to miss it. I promise you. So we'll put a link down here to sign up in their newsletter. Make sure that if you're in London, we're coming there. And if you're in Philippines, we're coming there. If you're in Dubai, look out for us. Rohini, we are coming full force. And this is the first time that we've all been together in Dubai. I'm so excited for you guys to see the energy and the excitement around fascial maneuvers and self-healing in Dubai. It's going to be great.
Looking forward to it.
Yay.
Yeah.
Hey.